the text of the World Press Conference addressed by Senator Kamodi and the Imole Campaign Council on the alarming rise of political violence and the killing of a 14-year-old Ezekiel Olapade in Ilobu, Osun State. Gentlemen of the press, you have invited here today with heavy hearts and deep concern over the dangerous descent into political assassination that is gradually threatening the very fabric of peace, security, and democratic stability in Osun State. Yesterday, June 21st, 2026, Osun State witnessed yet another tragic and affordable loss of human life when a 40-year-old boy, Ezekiel Olapade, was reportedly shot dead during a violent attack carried out by armed political thugs in Ilobu, the local government area of Osun State. The circumstances surrounding the death of this innocent child are both heartbreaking and infuriating. According to accounts from his family and eyewitnesses, Ezekiel was not a political actor, nor was he engaged in any confrontation. He was simply trying to rescue his mother, who had fallen while fleeing from the scene of a sporadic shooting unleashed by a criminal gang led by one Said Karim, popularly known as Tanfiani. In that courageous attempt to save his mother, the young boy paid the ultimate price with his life. Tanfiani and his gang shot him on the head, and this innocent youngster died right there on the spot. More disturbing is the fact that the Osun State Police Command has publicly identified the alleged leader of the gang responsible for the attack. The whole world has heard the police acknowledging the identity of the principal suspect. The entire world is therefore waiting to see whether this acknowledgement will be followed by a decisive action or whether it will become another addition to the growing list of unresolved political killings in Osun State. The Imole Campaign Council unequivocally condemned the barbaric act. We extend our heartfelt condolences to the Olapade family and all peace-loving people of Osun State, who continue to endure the consequences of politically motivated assassinations as we have in the context. The parents who have to bury a child because of death and political actors have chosen violence over democratic engagement. Available report from the eyewitnesses and residents indicate that the assailant first invaded the Record Local Government Secretariat and reportedly attacked facilities within the premises, including the office of the Amotekun Corps. This action suggests a coordinated attempt to create fear, weaken lawful security structures, and unleash terror on innocent citizens. Such conduct has no place in any civilized society and must be treated as a grave threat to public order and democracy. For several months, we have repeatedly warned and raised several alarms that the persistent failure of the law enforcement authority to decisively confront political violence in Osun State will embolden criminal elements. Unfortunately, our fears have been justified. What happened in Ilobu is not an isolated incident, but part of a disturbing pattern that has seen innocent citizens repeatedly become victims of politically inspired attacks. We have buried our dead boy in Decries. We have mourned victims of violence in Militia. We have endured attacks on our members in Owode. Our party chairman in Osogbo local government only escaped the early grave by the whiskers. We have witnessed the shocking of party leaders and supporters in different parts of the state. At every stage, we have exercised restraint, demonstrated faith in constitutional institutions, and appealed to security agencies to act professionally. Yet, the violence continues, and the body can't keep rising. Today, we must state categorically that enough is enough. The people of Osun State cannot continue to live under the shadow of political labor-motivated killings, while those responsible move about freely. Democracy cannot thrive where violence is rewarded with impunity and where innocent citizens become targets simply because of their political affiliations. We therefore call on the Inspector of Police, Mr. Olatunji Disu, to immediately order the arrest and prosecution of Said Tanfiani and other individuals connected with this heinous crime. We also demand a comprehensive investigation into all reported incidents of political violence across Osun State, with a view to bringing every perpetrator, sponsor, and collaborator to justice, irrespective of status or political affiliation. We have further compelled to express our unmitigated lack of confidence in the leadership of Osun State Police Command under Commissioner of Police, Mr. Imole Campaign. The recurring pattern of political violence, the apparent absence of deterrence, and the widespread perception of selective law enforcement have severely eroded public trust in the command's ability to discharge the constitutional responsibility impartially. It is our considered position that the continued stay of Mr. Imole Campaign as Commissioner of Police in Osun State has become a danger and detriment to public confidence and security. We therefore call on the Inspector General of Police to immediately deploy him from Osun State and institute a thorough investigation into what appeared to be persistent failure of operational response and law enforcement oversight during his watch. Where evidence is negligence, dereliction of duty or professional misconduct is established, appropriate disciplinary and legal actions to follow. Public office carry responsibility, and where repeated failure contribute to an environment in which innocent citizens have lost their lives, accountability become imperative. We again call on the National Human Rights Commission, civil society organizations, election observers, diplomatic mission, and the international community to closely monitor development in Osun State. The warning signs are becoming too obvious to ignore. The preservation of peace and democratic order require vigilance before violence escalates beyond control. Let it be clearly stated that the core family in Osun State and supporters of Governor Demola Adeleke remain committed to peace, democracy, and the rule of law. However, peace cannot survive where justice is absent. The surest path to preventing further violence is the swift arrest, prosecution, and punishment of those responsible for these heinous crimes. The memory of the young Ezekiel Olakode must not be reduced to another statistics. His life matter, his future matter, his death must mark the point at which the authorities finally rise to their constitutional duty and put an end to the reign of political violence in our dear Osun State. May the soul of the poor boy rest in perfect peace. Thank you, and God bless Osun State.